Prior to me getting admission into the university, I was poisoned. How did it came about? Yeah, that time I traveled from my hometown to Lagos State. I stay more in Lagos, but I do go home to see my mom and the rest of that. So during that period, if I was to travel, I think the next day or 2 days before I had that dream. In that dream, my uncle came with other persons. They cooked what when I remember that food, it's just rice food or even food now. They prepared some grasses. I doubt if that is edible grasses and other nonsense that they put together and gave me to eat. As I was eating it, I didn't like the food. I didn't like what I was eating. In fact, at a point, I started vomiting it. In that dream, I started vomiting it. At the point of vomiting it, I woke up. I didn't finish vomiting it. And I believe that there is so many enemies, even in the air, like principalities and powers. I believe that the enemy is everywhere, even in water, air, everywhere, everywhere. So when I woke up with that mindset that I had then, I was like, oh my Jesus, they have poisoned me spiritually. So I tried vomiting the remaining one out physically, but I was not able and I was not comfortable. So my mindset became very, very polluted because already I had this mindset that I've eaten poison in my dream. So from that moment on that I woke up, I started having that feeling that somebody is after my life, that I'm doomed for. I've eaten poison. I'm going to, fire and the rest of them. So I was able to go to one of a sister in the Lord. We belong to the same society in the church. She's a Marian. I am a Marian. If you know what Marian is, those who have a devotion to our Blessed Mother Mary. So I went to her, related my stories, my dream to her. She gave me olive oil. For the first time, I was even taking something from her in her house. I took the olive oil, drank olive oil on top of the olive oil. But what was crying was still crying. Like that mindset was there. That the issue that I didn't vomit everything out in that dream kept that, I was having that urge to vomit, but nothing was coming out. Even after drinking the holy water and the olive oil, I still have it. But I think that night I traveled back to the east. Yes, I entered night bus, go home. Things became worse. Then at a point in the night, whenever I want to sleep, I have to fetch like 5 buckets of water and put it beside the toilet. Because before day breaks, I used to poo like 5 times or more. That is how bad I was, pooing, or how bad the so-called poison was working against my system. Then I went to the first hospital. I went to a family doctor. He took my blood sample, did this, ran some tests. He came back and he was like, if I asked me so many questions, because then HIV was not that common, but everybody has that feeling that, you know, any little thing they link it to HIV and all of that. So he asked me so many questions, if I have boyfriend, if I sleep around, this, that, this. I answered the questions. That was before the test result came out. Then when they took a closer look of the test, I think they said I had a diarrhea or something. I can't remember, but he gave me some drugs to take. My brother, my sister listening to me. The more I take that drug, the more my case become very severe. If I was praying 5 times before I went to that hospital, I started praying like 7 or 8 times at night. That is how bad it is. It was so bad. My mother now called my elder brother. Then he was a bank manager in one of the branch um, bank in Onitsha, Obafere precisely. The hospital they were using, he asked me to go there. I went there. They took my blood sample, my urine again, and then my stool to test what was actually wrong with me. They ran every test they could, and they couldn't lay their finger on what was wrong with me. But I remember a doctor there told me I was having a diarrhea. They also prescribed some drugs for me, which I was taking, and my experience was even worse than the first hospital I went to. If I was paying 8 times when I was taking the other one, it increased to 10. I was worried. That particular Tuesday, I knew anything more than that day, there's likelihood that I would join my ancestors. That was what mine kept telling me. I decided to go visit one Reverend Father, the charismatic priest. He, his parish was very close to my hometown, but yeah, it was in kind of a neighboring village or two villages before mine. So I decided to, go there to seek for help. But before I left, I shoot some mustard seed. They said the mustard seed is anti-poison. So I took some mustard seed and my whole life scattered. Probably because I learned that, or I heard that mustard seed do battle with poison. And because, like I said, from onset, I have this mindset after that dream that I've eaten poison in my dream. So I went to the church to look for Father to see if he could, since I've gone to different hospitals and there was um, no improvement, no good explanation on why I was still suffering what I was suffering. In fact, it was getting worse. I was becoming, slimmer and all of that. So I went to this Reverend Father. When I got to his parish, I was told that day happens to be adoration in the evening. I was told that he went to visit his mom with his younger brother who used to drive him around. So when I heard that, I was devastated because my condition that morning was not, laughable. Like the whole sky everywhere was, rotating. Let me use that word. Everywhere was rotating in my eyes. I couldn't, it was difficult for me to like tell myself to, hold on till Father comes because they told me that he will come back at any moment that I should, stay back. I said, okay, let me go to the church and wait for him. I went to the church, lying one of the pew there, and the whole church started, turning. I wasn't getting myself. My condition was worse. But my mind was like, stand up from there, go to the hospital. And leave that hospital, they will give you some injections and all of that. Probably it will subside whatever you're passing through. Then you come back probably to meet Father, but just leave this church immediately and go to hospital. The other mind was telling me, stay back, don't go anywhere. Just wait for it. Be patient enough to wait for the Reverend Father. I waited and waited and waited for more than 2 hours. Father didn't come. I stood up. I said, no, I cannot die inside this church. Best I die in the hospital and die inside the church. Then I stood up as I was about to, leave the premises of the church. As I was approaching the gate, Father drove in. Somebody was greeting him, so I waited for the person to finish the whatever the person was discussing with him. So I approached him. I told him, Father, see, I'm going through a lot here. I don't know what is wrong with me. I never told him I ate in a dream, even till now. But I told him that this is my condition. I've gone to 2 different hospitals. 3 different hospitals. 3. First of all, I went to Lagos. I went to Queen of Rosary Hospital, a hometown hospital. I went to West Memorial Hospital at Onitsha. Yes, I went to 3 different hospitals and no improvement whatsoever. So I told Father, this is what I've been going through. I didn't mention to him that I ate grass in a dream, and since that time I have been having a serious problem. I told him what my problem was. So he told me specifically that he can't see me as at that time because that what is in my stomach is not what he will just sit on his car seat and tell me that somebody poisoned me. Remember, like I said, I never told him that I ate grass in a dream. Never did. But he told me that somebody poisoned me. That what is in my stomach is not something he could just tell me what to do and what not to do, sitting on his car seat, that I should wait till when adoration begins, that he's going to see me. I should let them know that he was the one that asked me to wait. So I went back to the church. I waited till evening. So during consultation, I was fortunate enough to see one of our town people as one of the ushers. So I told him that I've been here since morning, and the father said I should let one of you know, and couple with the father that somebody I know. So he helped hasten my seeing Reverend Father. So I was one of the, I think, first 8 persons to see Father, because a lot of people persons were waiting to see him also. So when he saw me, he told me that it poisoned me, that even if I like, I should go to several hospitals. Nobody's going to, see what was wrong with me. So he asked me to buy candle, 14 candles. I should buy powdered blackstone. I should buy olive oil. I should bring salt. Then I should book 14 days novena mass. That's all. That was what he asked me to do. So because I didn't have the money to book, I think then booking of mass was 15 naira per day. So times 14, we were around 700. And in fact, in total, I think I spent I think 1,000. Should be around 121. It's not up to 15 in total, both the booking of mass, the candle, and the rest of them. So I quickly rushed home to my mom. I told my mom that I've seen Father. Look at what he said. My mom counted the money immediately and gave me, and I went back. Sincerely speaking, then 1,000 plus was a very big money. Very big one, can buy you a lot of things. So she gave me the money. I ran back, booked novena mass, bought candles. I think I took candles from my mom's shop. I can't remember. I bought things that I needed to buy. But then when I got to the canteen in the church, they didn't have a powdered blackstone. So I went back to Father. Father said I should go meet seminarian that they have small. If he could just give me the one, I would take that night. Then the next morning I should go to look, get it, look for a priest, or I should bring it for him to, bless. So I did exactly what he told me, and I was lucky enough to, collect the one that could that I took that night. So how did he ask me to take it? I should boil water, add salt to the water, add the blackstone, add olive oil, mix all of them together and take. And what did he say that will happen to me when I take it? Now when I take it, either I pass the poison through stool, or I will vomit it. Yes, to be honest with you, I vomited something. Because there is no way you will take this, I think, for concussion. Water out warm water, olive oil, added with salt and the black sun, that it will not, it's not foreign to your system. There is no way. I don't know about other persons, but me looking at the concussion, I knew that it's going to turn my stomach, and that was what led to me, vomiting. But did I vomit? Did I see the poison? Did I vomit it? I didn't see it in my vomit. Did I see it in my mother advised me not to, pull directly to the toilet. So I was using something else to pull and check. I didn't see anything. Yes, I didn't see anything. You heard me? But was I hid? Of course I was hid. I was hid. Why was I hid? Why on it?